I don't have a full pack of these because, sorry, they're $1.99 and money I have to make. Now, I have been known for being ashy McGrashy.
Money. Everybody mad. They can get too much money. Everybody mad. Same old nigga from the block.
I will never be able to make rock as great as Beyonce can.
I be getting to the money. Everybody mad.
Hey guys, how are you? So my last video was a bit heavy, so I thought I'll come back to you guys with something a bit more chilled. I haven't done a favourites in a while. One of my friends, Fiona, she was catching up on one of my videos and it was like an August favourites, and I was like, I ain't done a favourites in a while and I've been liking a few things. So I've got like 14 minutes to record a favourites for you guys because I've got to be somewhere in like 14 minutes. Someone's come to pick me up, so I need to hurry up and make this fast. So you know last time I had like a colourful box, but today I didn't have time. I just put everything in the Fenwick, in a Fenwick bag. So well, let's make it quick. Before I start this video, I know a lot of you watch me, but some of you watch me and you don't subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Make sure you leave a comment on anything you've been loving, anything you've been liking, anything that you've seen me like that you want to try out. Comment down below and let me know, okay? First book I'm going to mention is Wisdom of Sundays by Oprah Winfrey. It's like a collection of interviews she's done with like thought leaders, and that book, high-key, it kind of changed my way of thinking, especially when I think about the ego and how it affects you and how it affects you in relation to other people and how you relate to other people. There's so many nuggets of gems of nuggets, whatever. There's so many important things that I feel like is in that book. So if you ever get the chance, read it. That's my first favourite book that I've been loving. There's so many important things that I've learned from it that I've been carrying with me and I've been trying to remember whenever I'm during times of conflict and so on. The next book I've been liking, wow, I forgot the name of the author, the full name of the author, but it's called Stay With Me by Ayobami something. Or is it something Ayobami? Oh, I'm so bad. I'll leave everything down below in the link. I like this book because it was fiction, and sometimes when you read something serious like Wisdom of Sundays or factual books, you need something like less serious to like just give yourself some balance. It's not everyday headache serious stuff. And Stay With Me is a book about a woman who couldn't have children, then she had children, and let's just say, and it was just EastEnders, mate. It was friggin' EastEnders, and the main character is Yejide, and it talks about the pressures that African women, because I know it's not just a Nigerian thing, African women kind of go through when it comes to being able to provide a child, and the pressures of childbearing and how you being shamed if you can't provide a child for your husband. So I think you should definitely give that a read. It's very interesting and very it's a very interesting and kind of chilled book. Not chilled because there's some parts where you're like, yeah, what's going on? But it's a good book to read if you're just trying to get away from the real world for a while. One book I did forget to mention in the video is Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Renni Eddo-Lodge. It is fantastic. Go and read it. Next book is We're Going to Need More Wine, and it's by Gabrielle Union. And I never thought I could ever relate to Gabrielle Union in the way I could in that book. There's so many things she said in that book where some things I didn't agree with, and there's some things I was like, me and you are literally the same. And it's made me see her in a whole different light. And it was just like her talking about her experiences growing up in a predominantly white neighborhood, her experience with rape, her experience with having a cheating father. Just a lot of the things I just thought I commended her for her openness and her transparency in that book, because I don't think a lot of times I don't read autobiographies often, but when you read it, what is going on with my lash? I don't read autobiographies often, but because I always feel like they gloss over things, but Gabrielle Union didn't gloss over anything. One thing I really wanted her to talk about was how she felt when Dwayne Wade basically had a break baby on her. The two of them had a relationship the two of them had a break during their relationship, and he got with another woman. She had a baby, and I wanted to know. I'm not gonna lie, my nosy self wanted to know, like, sis, how did you feel about that? Because For me, I don't know, I feel like that's a deal breaker, but everyone's different, and I feel like I can understand why she stayed with him because of the relationship her mother and her father had. So I can see her reasoning because of the other things she talked about in her book. She talked about so many, she talked about black politics, she talked about so many things. Go and check that book out, it's sick. Next book I want to talk about is Feminism is for Everyone by Bell Hooks. I feel like a lot of girls have already read this book, I'm just catching up now. I have read some Bell Hooks here and there because of my degree, but this is the first time I've actually just read her without it being in relation to an essay question. Well, I have 5 minutes left. Without it being related to an essay question, and I thoroughly enjoyed Bell Hooks. There's something she said about, so she talks about different aspects of feminism. So feminism in the body, feminism and the family, feminism and beauty. She talks every aspect of feminism and how it helps men as well, how feminism isn't anti-man. And one particular part that stood out to me is how when it comes to beauty and the notion of beauty, sometimes we take on self-hatred. One of the things that really stood out to me was her talking about how she wanted to be able to lose weight without it being a thing where she harbored self-hatred for herself because of the sexist standards that was already put out. And I think that's so important. I feel like a lot of women have this habit of saying they want to lose weight and they bring themselves down in the process of it. There's nothing wrong with losing weight, but must you use very negative words against yourself, like I'm a piece of shit, I'm ugly, I'm this, just to get to where you want to be? Because at the same time, you're going to hold that same thought, and even when you get to that your goal weight, it's going to stay with you forever. Like the whole revenge body, the whole I'm doing it against something else, do it for you. That's a whole different video in itself, but I really liked that entire book. It lightened me on certain things I wasn't too sure about, or certain things I wasn't sure where I stood. I wasn't sure about where I stood. She talked about religion and feminism. It was really good. It was really good. It was one of the things that really stood out to me was her talking about how she wanted to be able to lose weight without it being a thing where she harbored self-hatred for herself because of the sexist standards that was already put out. And I think that's so important. I feel like a lot of women have this habit of saying they want to lose weight and they bring themselves down in the process of it. There's nothing wrong with losing weight, but must you use very negative words against yourself, like I'm a piece of shit, I'm ugly, I'm this, just to get to where you want to be? Because at the same time, you're going to hold that same thought, and even when you get to that your goal weight, it's going to stay with you forever. Like the whole revenge body, the whole I'm doing it against something else, do it for you. That's a whole different video in itself, but I really liked that entire book. It lightened me on certain things I wasn't too sure about, or certain things I wasn't sure where I stood. I wasn't sure about where I stood. She talked about religion and feminism. It was really good. It was really good. It was a good read. Now, shows I've been liking. Black Mirror, I finally got around to watching like all of it, and it is epic. Epic, 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 epic. It talks about technology and how it affects our everyday life, and how it kind of is bad for human beings, but not also bad, but it gives you a reflective idea of how you can use technology for good, but also how you can use it for bad. And it covers an array of different aspects of the tech world and the tech industry, and I loved it. It kept me engaged throughout. I wasn't really bored. The only one episode I didn't like was the robotic dogs. Like that actually scared me. Like the whole black and white, the black and white screen, it really horrified me. Next show I've been liking is Divorce Court. Divorce Court, because Divorce Court has been teaching me all the things I would not do if I was to get married, because a lot of women go in that show, and a lot of men go in that show, they see the red flags and they see it and they're just like, nah, it's alright, I'm just gonna marry him anyway. But Divorce Court has been teaching me how to nurture your relationship and also how to avoid a bad relationship, and I'm enjoying it. I don't watch it all the time because sometimes I'm just like, okay, it gets predictable after a while. It's like, oh, why do you guys settle? Why do you guys settle so much? But sometimes I watch it when I'm doing laundry, whatever. People I've been enjoying on the interweb, and I realised I like comedy. I like 4 people on my list of people I've been enjoying on the interweb. Tutu Adams, and she is a British Nigerian, I think, YouTuber, and she made one of the first videos I saw of her was her talking a Valentine's Day story time in Yoruba. I fell in love with her. I was commenting, I was like, this is the best video of the month. Next person I've been enjoying is Faceinthenews. She is hilarious. When I say hilarious, I mean hilarious. She's, oh my god, check her out. She talks about drill music. I think she should have like her own TV show where she talks about drill music and like just reacts to it, because her reactions are funny. Her cooking playlists are funny because this girl's on 2 cooking videos. Oh, now we haven't seen the actual good product of her cooking, but her playlist is lit and she's always making us laugh. I just love her. I love her personality. Next person I've been enjoying is Ria Ellen. She rants about Depop, job interviews, kitten heels, everything, and she's hilarious. I like her. She reminds me of Jim Carrey, like that extravagant kind of comedy, like with using your body and your facial expressions to just be extra with it. Final person I've been enjoying is Ehis. I don't think that's his channel name. Ehis. He's funny. He's a first-year student in King's College London, and he just talks about uni experience and just I just like his videos, innit? Like he talks about uni experience, how his roommate is a Satanist, how London is overpriced. I like those of his videos. Even though I've only been to this place once. It's Little Baobab in Senegal last year, and I had like some of the best food I've ever had in my life there. And I haven't been able to find a Senegalese restaurant in London apart from Little Baobab. The thing is though, is the car pulling up? Because I keep thinking the car's pulling up. Should I go and run and get my keys? I'm sitting here in a crop top, so obviously I'm not going out in a crop top because the weather is not that great. The thing about Little Baobab is like they only have pop-up shows or pop-up events, which is only once every month. So I met some cool people there, and I would 100% recommend it. The food tasted great. It's really good. The live band is really, really engaging, and it's a good kiki, and you meet nice people and you eat good food. It's just vibes. It's vibes. Go and check out Little Baobab. It's Senegalese food. In relation to food, I've been liking corn nuggets, the crispy ones. I can't do the what's it called? The other ones. They're southern fried corn nuggets, but it's the crispy ones, and I can only ever find them in Sainsbury's. If you're vegetarian and you're looking for an alternative to McDonald's nuggets, they're great. Then talking about Sainsbury's, almond milk, Sainsbury's own almond milk. I don't think you guys understand the struggle of finding a shop's own brand like dairy alternative that actually doesn't taste like dust. They taste good. And they're the first store I've actually gone into, the Sainsbury's one, that's actually had good almond milk or dairy alternative. Because I've struggled. I've tried Asda, I've tried Aldi, I've tried Tesco, all of them crap. But Sainsbury's one, if you are lactose intolerant or you just don't eat dairy, they're good. Try their almond milk, Sainsbury's own brand almond milk. Okay, so this is where we go into the bag. I don't have a full pack of these because, sorry, they're $1.99 and money I have to make. So I have these. I've tried these Vigo bars, right? They're vegan chocolate and they're the best things ever. They taste like truffle with they basically taste like truffle, but they have like hazelnut pieces inside them. You won't believe that it actually doesn't have any dairy or milk inside it. It tastes amazing. I don't have a full pack because, sis, no. $1.99. Jesus be my bank account. Anyway, next thing I've been liking, I say liking, I only bought them once. Because again, these are £1.19 for one pack in these, but they're £1.19. I'm not going to keep buying them. I bought like 3 because they had a special offer. But they're good. They're like pita chips. So it's this one's rosemary and thyme. Honestly, I thought I wasn't gonna like this, but this was my favorite out of all of the other flavors. There was chili and there was another one, sour cream and chive, I think. But this one, it's also made for vegans. Suitable for the vegans, not made for vegans. It's got like sea salt, rosemary, thyme, black pepper, yeast. It's like it's banging. I have been known for being ashy, McGrashy in the winter months. I'm hella ashy. I'm not even gonna lie. It's just that even when I cream, I used to use E45, but it wasn't working. It wasn't hydrating my soul, my G. So I transferred to Garnier Ultimate Blends Body Restoring one, and I got the Honey Treasures, which is for very listen. It says for very dry skin. I'm not even playing with you guys. For very dry skin, and it's changed my life. Like usually before, when I used to use E45, I would like kneel down on the carpet and my knees would be like white. But now I kneel down on the carpet after using this and they're still moisturized. I don't know, like my ashiness has been holified. Oh my god, this is sick. Buy it if you can. I buy it from Faves or Superdrugs if they have like an offer on, and I use my student discount. Interesting fact, my name is Koinsala and the short version of it is Oyin in Yoruba. So Oyin means honey, so I had to buy the honey one. I wanted to try the olive oil one, but obviously to honour my name, I bought the honey one. Next thing I got. So I used to use L'Oreal. I've only ever used 3 foundations in my whole life. One's Clinique, Even Better, and the next one was L'Oreal True Match. And now I'm using Fenty. And I won't lie, out of all those foundations I've used, from high street to high end, whatever, this is the best foundation ever. It's changed my life. And I'm a big believer in I only ever use one foundation at a time. I don't understand why I need to buy 500 different foundations when I don't even wear makeup that often. This has changed my life. I have oily skin, and even when it gets to the end of the day, it's like more of a radiance than it's more of a radiant face than an oily fried egg on me face. I love it. I really love it. I love the finish. I love how it makes me look. It just makes me look flawless. Next thing I got in my bag is this. It's the Revolution, because the thingy's rubbed off. The Revolution Neutrals 2 palette. I got this because all the girls in my neighborhood or in my area, they all know how to do this warm, smoky orange eye, and I'm just crying every time. And every time I ask them like what eyeshadow palette, they either say the Jaclyn Hill or the Morphe something 3520 Second Nature palette, and I'm just like, £30. That's actually like a phone bill that I could pay with that money. So I went to Superdrugs and I saw this, and the only reason I actually bought this was because of the orange here. But this palette has been one of my favorite palettes. This one and the Juvia's Place palette, I love them. And I'm a type of person, I buy makeup all the time, or not all the time, but I buy it once or twice. No, I buy makeup and I'll probably only use it like once, 3 times probably, and I'll leave it and I'll forget I ever have it. So that's why I don't buy makeup too often. But this one has been my go-to. I absolutely love it. The colours they just look so nice on me. I use this palette for my Valentine's video that I did. I use it for my, I think I've used it in my recent videos. I've used this palette. I love it. It looks so nice on my skin tone, and it actually pops out on dark skin. And it was only £4, I think, or less than £5. It's sick. The Neutrals 2 Reloaded palette. It's sick. I love it. All the colours they just do something to my skin, and I feel like they're a good dupe for like the warmer palettes that we see that are a bit pricey. When I had my braids, the green one, I had to slip down my edges because they were getting a bit messy. And usually whenever I use edge control, it doesn't ever work for me because I don't know, my edges was too kinky. It never slicks down. But then I watched what's her name, Estare Live, and she was recommended this on her Snapchat, and she recommended this, so I bought this, the black castor oil hair gel, edge frizz control gel. When I say I swear by this, your edges will be slicked down, sis. I'm not even playing. And to clean it off at the end of the night, I just like use the wipes. But honestly, this is the best edge control I've ever had in my life. Shout out to Estare, man. She probably doesn't even know who I am, but this is sick, and it's the Milne Row Jamaican Black. This is it, babe. I don't have time to be saying names. And it's just, I love it. I actually love it. It's infused with castor and argan oil, and my edges actually slip down. I'm not even joking. My edges actually slip down. But let's be real. I don't slip my edges down often. I'm not team baby hair. Like I don't have time. I'm just more like natural edges. Like just brush it and go, because I don't have time to be doing waves and seas and I got this from eBay, by the way. The snacks I had, I got them from Holland & Barrett, if I did mention that. So I used to use like cotton pads, like just the ones that actually feel like they're just fluffy. The cotton balls one, but then I upgraded. I started to use soft cotton wool cosmetic pads, and they have changed my life. I need to show you how they look so you guys can actually see. You guys can actually see. It's like a cloth. It's like a muslin. It's like that what they call for babies. It's like a muslin cloth, but it's not as fluffy as the other one, and I feel like it leaves my skin feeling a bit more flawless. If you can see, my nails are a bit atrocious. Like I haven't painted them, but whatever. They're just really nice, and they have a nice soft finish, and I feel like it leaves my face cleaner because I use this to put witch hazel on my face after I wash my face. So I love them. If you want to see some more of the things I've been liking, especially music, follow me on Instagram, Canny's Instagram. I'll link everything down below, and I have a little highlight that just says like screenshot DJ, because I'm always taking screenshots of music I'm listening to. I don't know if anyone actually tunes into them, but check those out. Sometimes I don't always put the songs I'm listening to on there, but I would try to. Take care of yourselves, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Comment down below what you've always wanted to get that I've got, but you just been waiting for someone to say that it's good. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're liking. I really want to know you guys' favorites, or what you think I would like. Recommend a book to me. That's it. Recommend a book to me, because I have the longest reading list ever of books I want to personally read. So recommend a book to me, and comment down below, like this video, share it with your friends if you want, or whatever. Take care of yourselves.